Hi, my name's Linda. I'm the Director of VISIONISE Fashion Design and Manufacturing Services. I am today going to answer some very common questions. First, I want to explain a little bit about what VISIONISE is and what we do. So we're a complete design, management and manufacturing service for fashion brands. Startups and small and large business all have the same opportunity to produce with our world-class, sustainable and ethical manufacturers which are located in Bali, India and China. And we offer high quality products at very competitive costs. We also give our clients the opportunity to be mentored and work with our team of highly experienced fashion designers and project managers located in Australia. Our clients are provided with valuable resources and use of streamlined project management systems for accurate, professional and efficient results. You might be wondering why there's a horse in my video. Well, if I don't do fashion business, I ride horses, and today I'm doing both. It's called multitasking. This is Bella. She's just practicing to become a movie star, so she's just wanted to be in this video to get a little introduction of the celebrity life.
What product types can you produce?
Pretty much all textile categories for clothing as well as homewares and accessories.
How do I go about getting a product quote?
We calculate our product quotes based on tech packs. If you don't have one, we can assist with that. The more information in the tech pack, the more accurate the quote.
Can you provide sample-only services?
No, we don't, because the factory go with the loss at the sampling stage, so we need to know that there is an intended bulk order coming out of it.
Can I submit my own tech packs and fit reports?
Absolutely, if you're experienced to do so. We do require a high standard tech packs, so if you think you're up to scratch with it, we can oversee it and just charge for the time of fixing it up if that's needed. Otherwise, we can entirely do the tech packs.
Why do I need a reference sample?
Less guesswork for the designer and the manufacturer means less mistakes and less sample cost. If you don't have a reference samples, we'll actually need to charge a no sample reference fee because it's going to be more work for us. And if you are not sure about what a reference sample is, it doesn't mean that it's an exact copy of what you're going to produce, because we don't copy anything directly. It's just a reference for us to estimate specs from. So you can, for example, just buy something cheap from Kmart that might help describe the shape or the finishing of a product that you're trying to produce.
What is your MOQ?
Product type, material, country, factory, etc. will all determine the MOQ. So we need to know more details about the product before we can know the MOQ. Often it is to do with the minimum of the fabric chosen as well, not necessarily the factory. Just to give a rough idea, in Bali we can start as low as 50 pieces per style per color. In India we can start as low as 80 pieces per style per color. In China the lowest we can start is 100 pieces per style per color.
What are the lead times for sample and bulk production?
Every project is different. It really depends on where you're producing, which country, factory and your product type, and whether you're a new client or if you're an ongoing client. Obviously ongoing is a lot more streamlined. If you're setting up your project for the very first time, you should expect roughly about 6 months from the time you start the project until you have your bulk production.
What is fabric dye and strike off lead times?
That involves the knitting of the yarn, lab dip, strike off, bulk dye and print, and also the supplier lead time, so how busy they are at the time. As a rough overview, lab dips and print strike off is about 10 to 15 days. It depends on where and whether it's a manual or machine. Bulk fabric dye is 20 to 35 days, again depending on dye method. And bulk printed fabric is 30 to 40 days, again depending on the print method.
Need to do all sample rounds, fit, proto, SMS and PP?
No, it depends on your product type again, factory, quantity, styles, fabric types, MOQs, and your business model. For example, if you don't have sales reps, you might not need SMS salesman samples, you might just need protos. We will help determine on a case-by-case scenario what samples will be required for your particular product type.
Why do I need to place bulk order at the same time as PP samples?
PP samples are made from the same material as the bulk order material, not sample yardage. Sometimes you also have to order other samples such as proto samples or SMS samples at the same time as your bulk order if you can't meet the minimum on the fabric for samples only.
What sustainable materials do you use?
We use a wide range of sustainable material, certified lensing material, naturally sustainable materials such as bamboo and hemp, linen, lots of GOT certified material, organic cotton, recycled, made from plastic bottles and fishnets. The list goes on and on. We predominantly only work with sustainable material.
Why is fabric not in stock?
Suppliers keep limited stock on specialty items or fabric that might have a short shelf life or is expensive. Typically, sustainable material is one of them. So if you want to secure your fabric at the sampling stage, you might want to pay a deposit to hold it. You might want to buy the roll at the sampling stage, or you're going to have to be flexible with finding a substitute if the fabric is not available when you do go to place your bulk order.
Do you offer eco packaging?
Absolutely. We even produce our own biodegradable packaging called EcoFab. We try to avoid plastic at all costs.
Do I need to have a fashion degree, industry and offshore experience to start a fashion brand?
No, in fact, the majority of our clients don't. That's why we are here to fill the gap. But of course, the more assistance you need, the more expenses.
Can I communicate directly with the manufacturing staff myself?
Yes, we only handle the process initially until it's no longer needed, only because the factory don't have the capacity to deal directly with all clients that are new to the industry and don't understand the language or the process. But once they do, we're more than happy to hand over the process to handle directly.
Do I need all 3 steps in the project packages?
You do the first time around to make sure you set up correctly and clear about all our processes. However, if you're experienced in industry already, we're more than happy to customize according to your needs.
How much money do I need to start a fashion brand?
It's obviously going to depend on the project. Everyone is different again. However, to give a really rough overview, if you're starting up a brand from scratch, there's going to be a lot of one-time setup costs such as branding and establishing all your designs and concepts for the very first time. So you should estimate around $10,000 for everything to set up your brand, including branding, website, our services, and then on top of that you're going to have sampling and production as well. So you should allocate at least $20,000 for bulk production and maybe $5,000 for samples the first time around.
If I don't have enough money right now, can I still start?
Yeah, we do have a few clients that have started knowing that they will have the funds that's required for their bulk deposit once that time comes, because they know that it's going to be a 6-month process anyway, and when they're ready to place their bulk order they have to pay 50% of their bulk order. So as long as you have a financial plan in place, that's fine.
How do I ensure I'm going to make money from this project?
Well, you will need a business and marketing plan, which we help out with to make sure there's a demand for your product and that there's a production feasibility for your product before you start your bulk production. And we offer budget meetings, so you're going to know your net profit before you start to bulk as well. You also get a lot of feedback on your designs from rendered CADs that we will generate from you, and you can also get pre-orders and deposits before bulk based on CADs or samples. I hope I helped you out today with some answers, and if you're interested in finding out more or get the ball rolling, jump on our website and head on to the manufacturing tab. There is a button there for manufacturing brief. If you fill that out, we will get back to you with a suitable production plan.